Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into another edition of Key Time Sports. It's Key Time coming back to talk about NFL Championship Weekend, the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship. There is a lot of there's a lot of criticism coming out of last night's game. I will get into all of that later on in the show, but first off, let me start with the NFC Championship game. The Philadelphia Eagles pretty much beat down the Commanders with a score of 55 to 23. Now, Washington Commanders, this was the first time in 34 years that they have been on this championship stage. Eagles, just 2 years ago, they were on the championship stage. But one thing that I noticed early in the game was the Washington Commanders, they came out 18 plays down the field and only scored 3 points. And I think that if they would have went for it on fourth down again, because we know that is how the Washington Commanders play. They went for it on fourth down quite a few times in this game and throughout the season. They went for it on fourth down. The season statistics, including yesterday, they were 23 of 26 on fourth down. So that's exactly how they play. Congratulations to Dan Quinn on building a blueprint for the Washington Commanders. And the Washington Commanders, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. So back to the play sequence. Now, first 18 plays, first drive, that was the best drive of the game. Everybody can attest to that. Everybody. First drive, and then once the Eagles get the ball, first play. 60-yard touchdown, Saquon Barkley. So I looked at that. I said to myself, I was like, the Commanders, they gonna have to match them touchdown for touchdown, and hopefully they can get some stops. Now, in the third quarter, they got some stops. The Washington Commanders did, but they were not able to. They were not able to capitalize on those stops, and not to mention the Washington Commanders. They had 4 turnovers in this game. It was just really a turnover fest for the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels 24 of 48, 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Let me tell you, Jaden Daniels is the offensive rookie of the year. If I had a vote on the MVP for the NFL this year, Jaden Daniels would get my vote automatically, because what Jaden Daniels did in his first season, you're not gonna see this anymore, probably ever again. Now, yesterday, everybody was telling me, well, Ben Roethlisberger, he had the same type of success. Yes, he did, but this level of success that Jaden Daniels had throughout his first season, he can take this to next season and pretty much the next 5 to 10 years, because the Commanders, they are gonna be they are gonna be in the thick of things come next season, the following season, and for 5 to 10 years, because the Commanders, they have their cornerstone at quarterback. Now, only thing they need to do is they need to get some help for Terry McLaurin at wide receiver. They need to get a running back, because Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson Jr., they are getting on up in the age, so they gonna need a third running back. So, and what I saw was a team, as far as turnovers concerned. Now, Washington had 3 turnovers. Okay, yeah, Washington had 3 turnovers. 21 points off of those 3 turnovers. What did I say Friday in my prediction show, America? What I said Friday was, this game is going to be close unless the Washington Commanders start turning the ball over. And they turned the ball over twice in the first half, which led to 14 points. And they turned the ball over again in the second half, which led to another 7 points. So this game really turned on its head after those three turnovers. After those three turnovers, the game really turned on its head. The Philadelphia Eagles, look, we said at the start of the season we wouldn't be surprised if they are in the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. Now, I got to go back to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, 20 or 28, 246 yards, one touchdown, zero interceptions. But when you have a bell cow running back, Saquon Barkley, who I said that was going to get over 100 plus yards of rushing in this game, he did that. And he got three touchdowns on his back. So he was basically carrying the team on his back. Now, when we see what the Eagles can do, we see that they have a dominant offensive rushing attack. Not to mention that they have two wide receivers that you still have to focus on in A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and let me not forget to mention Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert, the tight end, he can hit you for about 10 to 15 yards on every play if he gets the ball. So as far as the Eagles concerned, Eagles, congratulations. You are the NFC participant in Super Bowl 59. And I really think that the Eagles, as far as running the ball against the Kansas City Chiefs, they might have a chance, but Steve Spagnuolo defense, they are always ready for whatever comes to them. Whatever comes. And also third down efficiency in this game, it was basically it was basically like up in the air between both teams. Third down efficiency for the Washington Commanders, 7 of 17. Third down efficiency for the Philadelphia Eagles, 5 of 10. So they were just average. Both teams were just average on third down. But like I said, what really broke the bottom of the barrel in this game was those turnovers. Now, let me switch on over to the game that we have all been talking about over the last 12 to 15 hours after we saw it. The Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs win by a field goal over the Buffalo Bills in a tightly contested game throughout. 20 Josh Allen 22 of 34, 237 yards, two touchdowns, zero interceptions. Patrick Mahomes 18 of 26, 245 yards, one touchdown, and zero interceptions. This game, I said this game was going to be close because over the past 4 years, since we have had the Buffalo Bills and Chiefs play each other in the playoffs, it's always been close. Now, one thing I got to say is that first drive of the game, Buffalo Bills had it. Josh Allen, he was lucky not to throw an interception because the ball hit the Chief defender in the hands and he dropped it. Third down, ball hit Kansas City Chief defender in his hands and he dropped it. So that was an interception that was an interception that should have been an interception. And then you get to the point in the game where second quarter, it was 21-10, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is this game going to be a blowout or is it going to stay close? And then you see Buffalo, you see Josh Allen throw it to Mac Hollins on a second down right before halftime, and it was 21-16. So one thing I want to say is the two-point conversion. I did not like the play call that they made. And I was saying, hopefully, when it comes late into the fourth quarter, hopefully that this does not hurt them. But ultimately, it did. Those two playoff, excuse me, not playoff, but those two-point conversion plays where they did not score, that's what lost them the game. Because if you get those two, if you get those two-point conversion plays, obviously we are having a different discussion this morning. So the Buffalo Bills lost the game well before that fourth down. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later on. But well before that fourth down play, the two-point conversions, that is where they lost it at. That's where they lost it at. So, and as far as the rushing game concerned, rushing attack, 147 yards. Kansas City Chiefs rushing attack, 135 yards. Okay, so now they were on like even playing fields. And now we get to the point in the game where it was basically that the Chiefs basically went scoreless in the third quarter. And then we get to that point in the game where it was a few plays in the fourth quarter where James Cook wasn't on the field. I don't know who called those plays and who took James Cook out of the game. But what I can say is on that fourth down play, now this is the fourth down sequence before the fourth down and one that I'm about to talk about. But on that fourth down and one sequence before the one that everybody is criticizing, they had Josh Allen go to the left, even on those 2-point conversions. What does Josh Allen like to do? He likes to get the ball and go to the left and then score or get the first down. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they said coming into the game, well, right before the game, they were saying if Josh Allen go left, we gonna make sure we have three people there for him. And in the first half, the Bills, Josh Allen, he went left on a couple of those short yardage situations and he got it. But when it but when the money was on the table, and I'm gonna tell you this, the Bills were leading 22-21. It was 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Fourth and one. And I think that if the Bills would have got this first down on fourth and one, I believe that they go score a touchdown and the Chiefs are down by 8. The Chiefs come back and tie it up, and obviously we go into overtime. That is what I think. That's what the hypothetical sequence would have been. But obviously, I'm going to tell y'all this. Josh Allen did not get the first down. I don't care. I don't care how mad people get, but I am going to tell you when it comes to a first down, the ball has to be near the line. And I'm going to show you. See, Josh Allen, he had the ball. And let me tell you, the ball was the 50. Now, he had the ball like this. It was at the 49 and a half to about 49 and an inch yard line. So that basically, he did not get the ball. But one thing that I can't understand is that the line judge that is farthest away from the guy, and he wasn't even able to see the ball because of all of those bodies, and he marked it as a first down. That is why everybody is upset. But the judge that was able to see the ball and see the line said that Josh Allen did not make it. And like I've been saying over the past 15 hours to people, I had some people on X last night tell me that they assumed that Josh Allen had the first down. But no, what he did is he went straight and then all of a sudden he went sideways. So if you go sideways, wherever that ball measures up at, that is what the line judge saw. The line judge saw the ball. I'm not even gonna say inches short. He saw it millimeters short of the 50-yard line, and that is why the Kansas City Chiefs got the ball back. Now, everybody is saying that the ball is supposed to break the line. Yes, but the ball didn't break the line. It was millimeters short. And now everybody that's saying that the refs is on the Chiefs side, I just want y'all to stop saying that. Stop saying that because I know most people was betting on the Bills to win this. And everybody is saying that they are tired of seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, in the AFC Championship game. Let me tell you this. You can't you can't be mad at greatness. I mean, we saw this throughout NFL history. We saw Terry Bradshaw back in the 70s do this. That's what we did. We saw Terry Bradshaw do it back in the 70s. We saw Joe Montana do it with the 49ers in the 80s and early 90s. And we saw Tom Brady do it for the past 23 years. For the past 23 years, winning 7 Super Bowls before Patrick Mahomes got his name in the GOAT conversation. And I believe with a win in the Super Bowl, this will be his fourth championship, guys. Remember that. 4 championships before he turns 30. That's what he's trying to do because they won 54, they won 57, they won last year 58, and there's a possibility where he might win 59. And that'll be 4 championships that Patrick Mahomes has won before his 30th birthday. Now, if the Chiefs are able to win 3 straight Super Bowls, historically it'll be astronomical. Like I've been saying, for a team to do this 3 straight years in a row, and it's never been done in NFL history. And I'm going to tell you, 8 teams had a chance to do this. 4 of those teams didn't even make it to the playoffs. 2 of those teams made it to the divisional round, and the last 2 teams made it to the championship round, but none of them made it to the Super Bowl until last night. The Chiefs have made it to the Super Bowl again for the 3rd straight year. Let's see if they are able to complete the three-peat. As far as historically, if Andy Reid keeps on doing this with Patrick Mahomes, we might actually have to change places with Bill Belichick and Andy Reid as far as all-time wins when it comes to head coaching experience. Because right now it is Chuck Noll. Yeah, Chuck Noll when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the 70s. Then there is Bill Walsh with the 49ers. Then there is Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots. And now Andy Reid with the Kansas City Chiefs. Those are the 4 coaches right now. And Andy Reid, make no mistake about it, Andy Reid ain't going nowhere. Patrick Mahomes ain't going nowhere. Patrick Mahomes gonna be around for another 5 to 10 years. He is gonna be in the conversation every year for the next decade. And I think we could see this. We're gonna see this a whole lot more. And the fact about it is that the NFL, they are about to institutionalize an 18th game. So NFL fans, we are gonna be in a place where we see Patrick Mahomes get at least 11 to about 14 wins every year for the next 8, 9, 10 years and be in the championship conversation every year. So now, when we look at the Kansas City Chiefs, we know that they are a championship team. The Buffalo Bills, another season has ended in heartbreak. Another one. The Bills, one thing I can say is they are just like the team that they beat last week, the Baltimore Ravens. Those two teams have been knocking on the door for the last 5 years, I can say. One day, Buffalo Bills are going to do it, and the Baltimore Ravens are going to do it. But somebody, somebody is going to have to knock off Patrick Mahomes. And like I've been saying all season, that until somebody knocks off Patrick Mahomes, somebody gonna have to prove it to me. And I know that most of you don't remember what I said on opening night when the Ravens were playing the Chiefs. I said that the Chiefs have no pressure on them because NFL history has taught us that a back-to-back champion has never made it this far to the Super Bowl. Now that a champion, a back-to-back champion, has made it to the Super Bowl, let's see what they can do. And I'm gonna tell you, I remember last season I heard that after the Super Bowl and even before the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were talking about three-peating already. This was before they beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Now they have a chance to three-peat, and I am not going to give my prediction until not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday on Instagram, and then Friday on YouTube. I'll do the YouTube show. We are gonna have a theme song to start off the show. We're gonna start off the show with a couple of Kendrick Lamar, one of Kendrick Lamar's songs, and then that'll lead us right into the show. So now, Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl 59, French Quarter, New Orleans, February 9th. This is going to be a great game, a historic game for so many purposes. The Chiefs, they can win. They can tie the San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys with 5 Super Bowl championships. The Philadelphia Eagles, they can get their second Super Bowl championship with a win in Super Bowl 59. And with that, those are my reactions to the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the notification bell to get notified of all of my reaction videos, shows, and other content. Also, follow Key City Sports on Instagram. I'm going to be doing a Super Bowl show on Instagram. Not this week, but next week. I'm going to be doing a Super Bowl prediction show on Instagram. So I expect everybody to be there and tune in. And with that, one last thing. Remember, the key is always on time.